1992 brought Stanford its first 10-win season in more than a half-century. At this time last year, the Cardinal traveled to South Bend and ambushed fourth-ranked Notre Dame. That outcome may have been surprising to some, but not to Colorado's Bill McCartney. McCartney has already reached college football's pinnacle with a national championship in 1990. But he has a long-time fascination with the football mind of a three-time Super Bowl winner. But for Bill Walsh, coaching genius can be a heavy cross to bear. For in 1993, he fields one of Stanford's youngest teams ever. Bill McCartney will find no relief in that fact, however, as his Buffaloes rumble into Stanford Stadium, aware of what the master may have planned. Stanford Stadium in Palo Alto. It's the Big 8 in the Pac-10 tonight as the 20th-ranked Cardinal of Stanford plays host to the 8th-ranked Buffaloes of Colorado. Hi again, everybody. I'm Brad Nessler. Welcome to a gorgeous night in Northern California here in Palo Alto. A matchup of a team that's great at home. Stanford, they've won their last 5 against non-conference opponents and taking on a Colorado team that in the last 27 outings has lost but 4 times on the road. But one of those was 2 years ago right here in Palo Alto against Stanford. Gary Danielson, that was a much different team. In fact, both different teams than last year when they both finished in the top 10. They started in the top 10 this year. Good news for Colorado fans, I guess, Gary, though. This might be a better Buffalo team than last year.
Well, I think they still have to prove themselves on defense, but I know they're better on offense really for 3 reasons. They're going to have a much better running attack. They've been at this new pass offense for 2 years, and they made improvements. And that man right there, Cordell Stewart, it's his 2nd year with the offense, and he is a threat to run the ball. And the 3rd reason is they have the 2 best wide receivers on one football team, Westbrook and Johnson, over 1,000 yards each, and they will be tough to stop for this Cardinal team.
Well, nobody stopped them so far through 2 games, and maybe the bad news for Stanford, their defense has not been able to stop anybody so far.
Quick number for you. Stanford a year ago, number 10 rated defense in the country. This year, they're the number 10 rated defense in the Pac-10. And the reason is they're playing a lot of young freshmen, guys who a year ago were getting ready for the St. Francis Red Raiders in homecoming. Now they're getting ready for Colorado, and it's most noticeable in the secondary. They're going to have youth in the secondary, a lot of guys, and they're going to have to stop a very good football team. But, you know, Bill Walsh, I don't think he's going to have a problem. He's going to want to score points. He's going to let it fly early, and it's going to be a great football game.
Bill Walsh says you can never count us out. We look forward to that tonight as the Cardinal and the Buffaloes tangle when we come back.
You know, there's one thing that most sporting events have in common. When you see this R, the player's wearing a Russell Athletic NFL Pro Line jersey.
Hi, Warren. Hey, Joe.
Russell Athletic is also the official uniform supplier of Major League Baseball. They even have in most major college and high school teams. In fact, Russell Athletic even makes great sweats and tees for the rest of us. Unfortunately, not everybody's gotten the word.
Russell Athletic. It's everything we make that makes our sweats and tees so great.
Hey, here's your ding-ding, big fella, huh? Yeah. Here's Daddy's ding-ding.
Once you get a look at those 2 all-beef patties.
No, this is Daddy's. Would you try
That
some?
special sauce, lettuce, cheese piled fresh and hot on that sesame seed bun. You've gotta have a Big Mac.
What you want is what you get at McDonald's today.
Stanford last year, 10 wins, 3 losses, and a blockbuster bowl victory. Tonight they take on a Colorado team that went 9-2-1 under Bill McCartney last year and now his 12th season. Tonight, if he can win, that would be number 77, and that would match the legendary Fred Folsom for the most wins ever by a Colorado coach. Bill Walsh, 4th season at Stanford, 2nd trip around as head coach, the first one in the late 70s. Last year, his return, of course, was a success, and now 28 wins, 11 losses, and no ties here in Palo Alto. And a very confident Bill Walsh, despite the fact he has an extremely young team on the field tonight. As we take a look at the Cardinal, Steve Stenstrom, single-season personal best last week in completions and touchdowns. He joins Robertson Allen in the backfield. Justin Armour is his favorite receiver. He'll line up as a wide receiver in the slot and as a tight end. Tony Klein and David Shaw join the receiving corps. And at right tackle, a change. Jeff Bailey in there with Steve Hoyam injured, with Bucky Cavanaugh, Jarrett, and Dittman. First down, Stanford. The Cardinal working from its own 23, and a pass play on first down. Stenstrom wide open over the middle, his tight end. Across the 35 goes Tony Klein. A pickup of 13 and first down. Defensively for Colorado, man that was a newcomer of the year on defense in the Big 8, Shannon Clavel up front with Holland and Hicks. Ron Woolfork is a Butkus candidate, number 2 all-time in sacks with Knutson, Johnson, and Rogers. And in the secondary, a man who had a touchdown 2 years ago on an interception is Chris Hudson with Lindsey Davis and Collier. Stanford first down. This time they're going to lose yardage on first down as Ellery Roberts gets all wrapped up. And
a long time, if he can't throw on rhythm, he's in trouble.
See Stenstrom's numbers on the year last week. Brilliant in the win over San Jose State. Going to keep it on the ground on 3rd and long, and that one goes for no gain. Ethan Allen gets popped as soon as he touches the football, and it's John Knutson, the inside linebacker, who makes the stop. First possession of the night for the Colorado offense. Second down and 8. And again, they keep it off the left side, and it's Lamont Warren who got a nice gain, maybe 2 yards short of the first down, where Coy Gibbs made the stop. Let's check the Colorado offense for you. Cordell Stewart, 5th in the country in passing efficiency a year ago, and off to a great start again, and Warren's already carried twice tonight. Charles Johnson, one of the 2 All-Americans Gary talked about, a 3-touchdown performance last week with Fourier and Embry, and Westbrook, the other All-American, on the other side. Most consistent man up front, Brian Stoltenberg, the center, with Irwin, Burley, Hammond, and West. And 3rd down at 2, Colorado on its opening drive of the night. From the 2 tight end set, Warren goes right side this time, and he's going to have a first down. Tyrone Parker coming back from an ankle break in spring ball. Just about 100% now with Fisk and Carter. Leading tackler Toby Norwood inside with Coy Gibbs, who's already made a stop. And the 2 freshmen outside, Batson and Watts. And Vaughn Bryant's got almost as much game experience as the whole defense combined with Garnett, Walker, and Swinton. That little miscommunication maybe between quarterback and wide receiver.
Well, Brad, out of the 4 plays so far, Stanford is holding true to form. They've been in the 4-6 or bear front and trying to blitz and hold up on 3 of the plays.
Screen, a couple of 1,000-yard receivers for Cordell Stewart on 3rd and 10. And he's looking that way with time. Westbrook made the catch, but he's out of bounds. So the Cardinal defense holds.
Well, that's a standing ovation around here, stopping a defense for a punt so far in this early season. They've given up 500 yards in both games, and that's a pleasant surprise for them.
How about that stat? Only 3 punts for Colorado, but all of them have gone for minus yardage on the other end. And on the other end for Stanford is Leroy Pruitt. 5'9" freshman, back at his own 15-yard line. Not a great kick by Berger. Pruitt will have a chance from the 25. A lot of white jerseys there. And there'll be another loss on an attempted punt return. He'll lose about 4. 11 minutes and 2 seconds remaining first quarter. Berger does his job. Not a great punt, but his coverage team exceptional. We're scoreless in the first quarter. Williams, who was an All-American, has that right now. Here comes Woolfork. Stenstrom got it away, but it's picked off. Dwayne Davis going the other way for the Buffaloes. 3rd interception of the season thrown by Steve Stenstrom.
Watch the throw go behind the receiver. This is what made the interception possible, and that's a bad throw on a hot receiver type position, and they're very fortunate that Davis didn't take it right into the end zone. You see it one more time. He steps in on the throw, but the receiver is stopping, and that ball was thrown very poorly to the wrong side of the receiver.
On the option, Stewart keeps and pitches, and a fumble. The Cardinal has it.
Get it, let's go on to the next play. Here it is, an option play, and Cordell is just trying to make too much out of this play. He's hit. He's going to try to make a late pitch on a play. He gets wrapped up by Walker, and the ball just flies out. Walker is the man who falls on the ball and gets the fumble, and Stanford survives an early turnover. Really, both quarterbacks have been tight in this football game so far.
So Stenstrom and the Stanford offense has it right back. at the 31-yard line. Deep drop by Stenstrom's got a man wide open in the flat. Goes there. Ethan Allen, the fullback, crossing down 5. They keep it on the ground this time with Allen. Don Shula back with the Super Bowl champion Dolphins before his head coaching stints. Across the middle. First down and a lot more for Allen to the 41-yard line. 19 yards on the strike from Stenstrom. So a third down and long situation, something Stanford would like to stay out of because here comes the heat. Roberts broke one tackle, but he's going to be short of the first down by a couple of yards. Got inside the 35, near the 34. So Stanford with their punter in to try to hang it for the far corner. Got it out of bounds inside the 10 by about a foot. Ball loose again. Does Stanford have another fumble recovery?
Boy, it has been a comedy of errors so far for Colorado. They just can't.
Yes, they do.
They're shooting themselves in the foot all night here.
At the 17-yard line of Colorado with a 2 tight end set and a new quarterback. And the freshman Frost almost threw an interception on his first throw. Ron Woolfolk knocked it down.
Plays, maybe 8 to 10 plays, and he will run the football and move the pocket around. We asked if he was going to throw. We got a little bit of a smile from offensive quarterback.
Couple of snaps, 3rd down and 2 inside the Colorado 10. Trying to take advantage of a fumble recovery. Stenstrom, end zone. Inside the 1, but not in the end zone. Flags are down. Tony Klein with a catch.
I'll tell you, the most nervous man in the park that time was Bill Walsh. He told us, I do not want Stenstrom to be coming around, scrambling and throwing the ball across the formation, and that's just what he did. He was very fortunate to get a completion there.
No indication on the penalty yet. And now, hopefully, we'll get the call if Pat's mic is working. It is pass interference on the defense, decline. Tony Klein with a catch and a 1st and goal.
Tony Klein really saves this interception. He comes in, comes back to the ball and saves Stenstrom. The ball is thrown. You can see it. It's a Joe Montana type pass, just up for grabs. There's about 3 Colorado guys, and Tony Klein comes back and makes a fine catch right down to the 1-yard line.
Nate Olson in the backfield as a blocker in front of Roberts. Touchdown. And 7 seconds remaining first quarter. The Cardinal does take advantage of the turnover, and they lead by a touchdown. In the air again, 3rd down 7. Stewart with plenty of time, and there goes the ball deep. And he got it to Johnson.
Side, you're going to see this safety and this corner double team here, this safety and this corner double team there. And if you throw the ball, both guys double teamed, and you still complete it, you know, your X is better than their O's, and that's as good as you can do defensively.
2nd down and 10. Warren. Close to 5. And maybe a late hit. Jason Fisk came over, number 72. I think we're going to have a late hit on him.
I was afraid of is the big play downfield. See, he wasn't talking until he turns on his mic now. This is great.
This is not 1st and goal. Loose ball again, though, and Stewart covers it himself this time. 2nd and 14. And Salam trying to run through those 10 men. Maybe got back to the original line of scrimmage. Played on the corner tonight for Stanford. Overall, they just don't match up with Westbrook and Johnson. Nobody in the backfield now. You know they'll throw. Stewart, incomplete. Intended for Sean Embry, his tight end, and Cordell ends up on his backside. He got some heat on for the field goal attempt, a 28-yarder. Dead in the middle of the field. And the kick, somebody got a hand on it, still made it through.
Holy cow.
That was ugly, but Mitch will take it. Kwame Ellis may have been the guy that got the hand on it, but Berger somehow had enough zip on it to get Colorado on the board. And we get another look from the end zone.
Well, for the first 5 feet, it had backspin. For the next 20 yards, it had overspin, and it just cleared the bar.
First and 10, Stanford from its own 20. Again, out in the flat they go. And it's to the freshman, Camella, across the 25 to the 27-yard line.
Keep the ball. Catch the ball. It's valuable to fullback.
He got 8. Second down at 2. Go right back to him. They don't stop it once. Try it again. And good enough, it appears, for a first down as Sam Rogers tagged him pretty good to knock him out of bounds. As you heard the impact on the sideline, but it looks like it's enough for a first. Can play a little linebacker, has proven it. First and 5. Blitz coming. Stenstrom over the middle. Got it to Klein again. His tight end and another first down. Klein's been a big part of the offense so far.
I'll tell you, it's very tough to play a team that knows they have to score a lot of points, Brett.
Nice. Roberts in motion on first down. Stenstrom across the middle again. And this time, Justin Armour picks up about 5. Let's go down to Rick Walker. And a long 5. Mike Mitchell, the freshman. Stretched out nicely by the Colorado defense. And Greg Lindsey came up from the secondary to make the hit. Little force at third down and short.
By number 23.
For him as the game goes. But the first quarter belongs to Stanford. 7-3.
Why is it always the same old story? Why ask why? Try a less filling beer with a lot more taste. Bud Dry. When it comes to a great beer, we wrote the book.
Both Visa and American Express Gold cards can get you to England for the golf vacation of your life.
Charlie, how did your Yank do? Well, we're up on the 9th sea, and he wants to be up in 2, so he pops everything he's got into the shop, including his new graphite driver.
But should you have a stroke of bad luck, only Visa Gold can get you back on course, because Cape Cornwall's only pro shop doesn't take American Express.
Keep it grip on it.
Visa Gold, it's everywhere you want to be.
When life turns up the heat,
They start the wedding without me?
This shouldn't take long, honey.
nothing protects you like Degree antiperspirant. It's body heat activated to release extra protection. Degree, your body heat turns it on.
Go ahead, make a wish. Then share it with your Allstate agent, who knows planning makes wishes come true, and who can outline a life insurance plan to assure family security and college funding and a comfy retirement are in the stars for you. So make your wish and trust it to your Allstate agent, who wants to be your agent for life.
Have you ever opened doors
I'm home.
with the sound of your voice? Our card, please. Carried your medical history in your wallet. Your wife's gonna be just fine.
So this is where we stand on the atrium.
Or attended a meeting.
I really like what you guys have been doing, but
in your bare feet.
I may have a few other ideas.
You will. And the company that'll bring it to you, AT&T.
As the season winds down, the pennant chase heats up on ESPN. They pulled off one of the greatest comebacks in Major League history. Now the Braves try to keep it up as they face the Mets tomorrow live on America's Game of the Week, ESPN Sunday Night Baseball.
7-3 as we start the second quarter. Here comes the heat on Stenstrom. Got it away. Armour's got it. Broken tackle. He's going to score. Touchdown. 48 yards.
3rd and 2 for Bill Walsh is not a running situation. He lined up very close, almost in a tight end position, ran a very simple flag route, a corner route, and then a very poor tackle by Greg Lindsey right there. Did not wrap him up, and a guy who's not really a speed man hits a big play against Colorado.
14-3 as number 20 is trying to surprise number 8 on the home field.
Well, Justin Armour came as a quarterback. There you see he's lined up almost as a tight end. He gets chucked in a zone defense, but boy, that is not good zone defense when you give that much field on a guy. And there's a very poor tackle. You've got to bring your arms when you tackle a man who's 6'6", and whether Justin Armour runs a 4.6 or a 4.4, it doesn't matter. You can see when Stenstrom lets it go, Wolfork is going to come and get him, but when you've got a man that wide open, you just throw it to the space. That's another 7 points.
You asked Terry Shea yesterday, the offensive coordinator, is Justin Armour a
tight end, quarterback, or what?
And they talk about him being a Dwight Clark clone.
Oh, maybe tight end in the pros. And I said, well, at least he's got a future in the pros. That sounds good.
80 yards, 7 plays, and the capper Armour 48. It sets up an entirely different scenario. 2nd and 14, forces a throw for sure, and across the middle, and a first down, and Westbrook in the open field. Here he goes, one man to beat, all the way to the 30-yard line. You got an All-American, you haven't thrown him a pass yet, and finally they did.
Upside down. You're going to see it coming in from the left side of your screen. It's a middle receiver. See those linemen break downfield? Westbrook has it. It's like a punt return now once he gets the football. He goes, and he's very fortunate for Stanford. He did not score on the play.
Knocked out at the 29-yard line. So the deepest penetration of the night by the Colorado offense. But Salam tagged as he got the ball. Great hit by Nick Watts, the freshman, made first. Loss of a yard. 2nd and 11. Stewart rifles one to Johnson, incomplete. He trapped it. Well, 3rd down and long coming up for Colorado.
Cordell Stewart knows he is not hot right now. He isn't feeling good. Even the long pass he threw.
3rd and 11. Stewart, incomplete, intended for his tight end Garrett Ford. It was partially deflected, and now they're going to ask him to try to hit one from 47 yards out. He's hit them in practice, they say, as far out as 72. So just got to think about this as a practice kick right in the middle from 47. Going to be short.
Yeah. He hit a 9-iron. He should have had an 8-iron on that one.
Wrong club.
He did hit the wrong club on it.
12:58 to go first half. Stanford right now surprising Colorado. Statistically at quarterback, but he's also our Lincoln Mercury student of the game. 3.1, a public policy major involved in Athletes in Action and community outreach program, visits elementary kids around the area. And right now on the horn, trying to figure out what to do the next time he touches the ball. So far, he has helped get his team in front 14-3 over 8th-ranked Colorado. Cordell Stewart, broken play, and a loss of about 3. Plenty of time, goes out in the flat. Salam. Well, he got back across the original line of scrimmage and maybe another yard or so. Brian Batson let him have it there, and he'll still bring up a 3rd down and long situation. They've got 136 yards, but only 2 out of 6 on their 3rd down attempts. Let's see how they do here. Under a blitz, Stewart, Johnson, first down. Out to the 27, maybe the 28-yard line. About 8 men up on the line of scrimmage, and now they back off it a bit. On the option, Stewart to the short side of the field. Salam, sideline, and run out of bounds, but not before he got to the 48-yard line of Stanford. Give him 23.
Back to the short side. You see it on balance right. Option back into the sideline, makes a nice pitch. Notice he pitched it with his right hand because he has his cast on the left side, and Salam with the great speed turns the corner.
Nick Watt. And 6. Stewart again looks to be changing things at the line.
Good run to the left. Should have.
Only got about 2 off the right.
He's taking the snap there.
Salam. I don't think so. And now maybe the first interesting situation of the night for Colorado. Do you go on 4th down and less than a yard? Westbrook in motion. 1st down, Buffalo. Salam's nice spin. Stewart across the middle, and Johnson's got it at the 21-yard line. 1st down.
One little pattern type motion step comes up, and watch this ball rifle across your screen. And when you're throwing it to that good of a wide receiver, Brian has great coverage, but that execution is going to.
And Cordell Stewart starting to warm up. Had a terrible start, still only 5 of 15. There's the option again. Boy, what a pitch that was. Touchdown. Boy, that was the fastest 21 yards we've seen tonight.
Line of scrimmage, he will have to account. He steps inside, frees it right there. He throws that ball out with his right hand. He throws it backwards, and Salam, go ahead, just turns inside. Great downfield blocking by the tight end for EA and the wide receivers, and that's a sprint to the end zone. Nobody catches him after the touchdown.
Coach McCartney normally keeps his cool. He didn't like the call.
No, he'll have to spend some time in confession after that one.
Stanford by 4. Field position just about to the 39-yard line.
You got a broken left wrist, so you just improvise and you pitch it with your right hand. What a play. Connects right into him, and watch Salam just turn up. This is an alley run on an option. When you do this, you've got big guys out in front of you that are blocking and wide receivers, and that's a sprint to the end zone, and that's some speed. And I'll tell you, almost let that ball go too early, too.
16, the time used to get back to it in 4. Stenstrom goes to his safety valve. Klein, his tight end's got his 4th catch of the night. Got about 6 or 7 out of it.
Klein on a pass from Steve
Tony Klein's been a busy tight end. Came. Nice job by Ted Johnson, who drops Greg Camilla for a loss. Over the middle, and it's Klein again. 1st down, Stanford at the 29. 27 yards to the tight end this time.
Go out on the head, coming from the end zone, right side of your screen. Watch, one fake one way. He just did not stay and give the man enough cushion, and overruns him really twice on that play. And, you know, for a big tight end, you've got to expect your safety to cover better than that.
For Stanford, look at those numbers. Had number 12 on a ricochet.
He almost had number 12 and 13.
2 Stanford lead. Stanford rolls and fires, and it's intercepted. Chris Hudson picks it off, and that was a ball that could have been caught too by Klein. That one skipped out of his hands, and the veteran Chris Hudson has got his 3rd interception of the year.
Davis on his hip. The ball's going to hit him right between the 8 and the 7. It bounced off, and Hudson is the recipient of an interception.
1st down, Colorado. And they give it right back. Intercepted. Tommy Connect has got it right back for the Cardinal.
Not there, come off it. Watch it. His head's left, 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 left. Makes the throw, and he sends a linebacker just dropping into that play. And you just can't force the ball in there that tight, even if you're going to your great receiver for EA. Connect with an easy interception.
And the Cardinals got it right back. Stenstrom throws high, finally finding the handle, Ethan Allen, and he got it down to the 11-yard line. Pick up. That's what Rick Walker talked about earlier. So far, Stanford doing its job, and they've got a 1st down with Ellery Roberts. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line. But he has 5 catches tonight. 2nd and goal, Stanford. Stenstrom just overshot Armour. He had the inside position on Chris Hudson, but too much on that throw. Red hot throughout the first 2 quarters. 3rd down and goal, Stanford. End zone, touchdown. Got it to him that time.
Anytime they put that wide receiver in that tight formation, it seems to confuse the defensive backs. I don't know why it is.
In the half.
It's very tough on a defense when you put fast receivers and move them inside. I can recall Jerry Rice running numerous plays, and Dwight Clark also be lining up in that situation for...
He's with Rick Walker. Rick?
Thank you, Barry. You're talking about the comparisons between Mr. Armour. Well, we got the real McCoy right here, and Dwight Clark. Got to make you feel good to see this young man come in and demonstrate a lot of the skills you had with the 49ers.
Well, it's nice to see Bill's using the same type personnel that he did back in the early 80s. Slow white guys.
Describe that play for us, if you will.
Well, it's pretty much like in the early 80s when Bill would he would put us all over the place. That time, I think Justin was in tight and just ran kind of an option play. It looks like he could go either way, out or in, and he chose the hook, and Stenstrom found him.
All right, all right, guys, back upstairs.
The trouble is the slow white guy. He was talking to Rick Walker, who was a slow black guy in the NFL.
Here's the scoring drive.
Sorry,
you
Rick.
guys are terrible, man. 20 yards in 5 plays. 7-yard touchdown catch for Justin. First down. Colorado now finding itself in a strange position, down 11 points, because they throttled the first 2 teams they played this year, Texas and Baylor. They were up 42-0 on Baylor last week before Baylor was able to come back and at least make it respectable on the scoreboard. And now we work our way down inside. 2 minutes to go, first half. Nice play fake by Stewart. Deep ball. Charles Johnson's got it to the 30-yard line. That should put CJ over 100 yards receiving on the night in the first half.
Run. He's got help inside, runs back by both people. Again, double coverage that time in the secondary, and Stanford just splits them, and David Walker, and he just makes a beautiful throw. And boy,
in this 2-minute drill, and they have done it over the years recently. Here comes a blitz on Stewart, got rid of it, and they get it out of bounds. Lamont Warren made the catch. Tough throw by Stewart with people draped all over him, and this is what we've been talking about since '88. Look at how many times they've had it, and a 75% conversion rate, if you will. They're looking for 7 in this situation, but even a field goal would make this thing look a lot better before halftime.
Well, actually,
out of Stanford. Warren in motion out of the backfield. Stewart wide open on a hook to Johnson again, and Charles has it to the 11-yard line. Makings of a great second half coming up if Colorado gets a touchdown here. And Lamont Warren broke 1 tackle and then tripped up as he got Stewart batted down by Nick Watts, a freshman.
I'll tell you.
3rd down and 8, just outside the 8. Here's the option. Stewart, late pitch. Warren, touchdown.
I go for 1 here now, too. I just get that game within 4 points. That's okay, but when you have 2 great athletes potentially having your hands, he goes inside this time, and then when the linebacker turns around to help, that's when the pitch becomes available, and he makes the play.
Get another look, and you'll see number 54 out there with a little indecision.
When he turns in, that means Warren has no one on him. Warren makes a nice catch. Again, the receivers watch to the right side of your screen. Good blocking downfield, and that also helps for the touch step drop, and Stenstrom did a good job that time just holding on to the football and going into halftime with the lead.
We've had some turnovers, we've had some offensive fireworks, and we have had a heck of a first half from Palo Alto. And at halftime, the home team and Bill Walsh trying to pull off an upset. But Colorado is closed at the end of the second quarter. It's 21-17 Cardinal.
ESPN2 coming October 1.
Lisa's great, but there's something about Sharon. Sharon's okay, but Lisa, whew, what a knockout.
Why is the grass always greener on the other side?
You lucky dog. Lucky dog.
Why ask why?
Try a less filling beer with a lot more taste. Bud Dry. It's one thing
Nice.
that's beyond question.
Levi's loose-fitting jeans. A loose interpretation of the original.
It's the movie everyone is talking about, but no one is telling its secrets.
You vanished quite effectively.
You've heard of this? The New York Times calls The Crying Game a brilliant thriller, and one of the 10 best films of the year, says Joel Siegel. USA Today and the LA Times. Golden Globe nominee for Best Picture.
It's funny the way things go, never the way you'd expect it.
The Crying Game. Rated R.
Pizza Hut has gone Hollywood with a blockbuster Bigfoot movie deal. You get a coupon for one free movie rental at Blockbuster Video with any other movie rental. It's a blockbuster deal from Pizza Hut.
Highlight goes like this. Loose ball in the end zone. Fall on it, no chance. My feet are light, and I've got the moves. At the 50, I see Myers. Not now, Chris. I'm a busy man. And as I cross the goal line, I laugh, knowing my agent has just cut a deal for my very own fitness video. Yeah, that's my SportsCenter highlight.
Front 21-17 as we're just about set to start the third quarter. Welcome back to Palo Alto. Brad Nessler and Gary Danielson. Gary, we talked about Bill Walsh saying, you know, Colorado's maybe due for some turnovers. We got to force some. They have. They've turned 2 of them into touchdowns. But Colorado shows why they're number 8. They closed the gap to 4 at halftime.
And I think Stanford's shown that they have the potential to move the ball all night. They're going to use a short passing attack. They have been able to control the protection, but their defense is still susceptible to the big play. And that's going to be a great game for us to watch.
Statistically, you take a look. Only 27 yards rushing by Stanford. That might be a little bit misleading. They throw so many passes that look like runs.
It's part of their running game that they pass the ball short. But look at Colorado on a not great first half for Cardinal Stewart, at least throwing the ball early. 306 total yards in the first half. That's tough to overcome when you roll up that type of yardage.
Stenstrom, there's how they compare through a half.
Well, you can see one guy is going to do it for the short ball, and that only means the reason they're showing it with Stenstrom short is they're not confident in their protection. Cardinal Stewart is going to throw long and short. He just has not been accurate throwing the short ball, so 2 for the other.
First down, Colorado. And Lamont Warren, big hole. He got the touchdown late in the second quarter, and he got almost 10 yards there. We talked about the wide receivers. Very different approach. And you take a look at the 2 leading receivers tonight. You see the numbers are different, but Armour's getting it done in the end zone. Than a yard. Option left, and Cardinal Stewart keeps it on the option and gets about 6 yards into Stanford territory. Knocked out of bounds by 1st and 10. Colorado on a blitz. Warren breaks it off on the right side.
Well, I tell you, you can really see the improvements in the Colorado offensive line this year.
Anyway, and it seems to be paying off. Warren's got 72 yards now in 13 carries. Stewart all day to throw. Deep. Nice adjustment to the 9-yard line. It's Johnson again.
Pass that is thrown. This ball is going to be thrown about 35 yards on the line, but watch Charles Johnson. He knows the ball is thrown thrown. He comes back, pushes him behind, and just makes the catch. What a beautiful play.
And there's what he's done so far this year. Every game has been better than the one before. This time, Stanford's got the ground game snuffed out. And David Walker came up from the secondary to make the hit on Warren. Warren and Hill in the backfield together. The pass on a slant. Did he make the catch? Westbrook scraped that one off the turf.
Wow.
3rd and goal from the 3-yard line. Warren didn't get there. Forward progress maybe got him inside the 2, but that's it. 4th and goal. On the option, Stewart, touchdown. Duke Tobin handled that snap, which was a little bit off. Got it down. Berger got it through, and for the first time tonight, the Buffaloes have rumbled in front. They lead by 3. And Stanford didn't want to be in a 1st and 15 on their opening play offensively. 3rd quarter, and Stenstrom running for his life. Got it away. And he got the completion to Ethan Allen. Allen goes out near the original line of scrimmage, and Stenstrom's hurt.
Yeah, well, Ted Johnson had a hold of him that time. This time, he moves out of the pocket. I think it's Ted Johnson is going to grab him, number 46. And number 93, Holland, and they just toss him down. And that.
They keep it on the ground. Roberts cuts it outside. Nice gain by Roberts across the 30 to the 31. Liamidi and Johnson combine on the hit. And Stenstrom, they're working feverishly on what appears to be his ankle. So a little pressure on Mark Butterfield and what might be his first throw of the night. And he got it complete. And who else? Justin Armour to the 50. Pretty cool for Butterfield. Pickup of 19. He's using it well tonight. 5 catches, 81 yards for Armour. And they go back to Tony Klein, and he's got his 6th catch of the night. Walker, Rick.
Right, Jerry, right now it appears to be a mild strain of the right knee. Stenstrom ran up and down the sidelines, gave the indication to the trainers that he was feeling pretty good. Now he's made his way over to Bill Walsh. Back to you guys.
Mark Butterfield will give it off to Roberts, and he got a 1st down.
He kind of snuck underneath it.
1st down of the 37. Quick count. Stenstrom going deep. 1st time back in, and he's got it. Touchdown! Extra point by Eric Abrams, and a snap that went awry, and so did the 2-point conversion attempt by Chris Berg, the holder.
Wow, that makes it a 3-point game instead of a 4-point game.
A big missed extra point there, but still Brian Manning, the freshman, has put the Cardinal back on top.
Brad, this is just the streak. Top of your screen right there. Manning's going to go deep. Dalton Simmons should have known that this was the play that this young freshman was in for. It was in their scouting report. But what a nice job Simmons does to get, watch when we take a little closer look. He gets his hand on that ball, and look at the concentration. We talked about Cordell Stewart early in this game and the great execution on the option. That's great concentration, and Stenstrom puts another one on the board.
The big game with 4 touchdown passes against San Jose State last week. Here's his counterpart, Cordell Stewart, going to work and getting it to Charles Johnson for about 9 more. Colorado. Again, on the option, Stewart keeps.
You know, Brad, the option is going to be there all day, but I think Stanford would be happy to have Cordell Stewart run the option rather than throw it up to those 2 wide receivers.
Back in the thick of it. He's in the thick of it right now, trailing by 3 with a 3rd and 5. Buffalo's 50% of the night on 3rd down conversions. They've got another one. 1st down. Who else? Charles Johnson.
Wow, you don't think he has an arm? Running to his left that time. He just rips that ball across his body and
takes off that gold helmet. He'll have another one on someplace. He's got 8 catches tonight. Wide open is the tight end. Fourier, and he rumbles down to the 20-yard line. Christian's been quiet tonight as far as receiving, and he goes 29 yards there.
Well, that's an out-and-out bust. They had a blitz on, and one of the linebackers did not peel with the hot receiver on that play.
Right back to the 20-yard line and close to that red zone again. Colorado trailing by 3. Lamont Warren, big hole left side, broke a tackle, 1st down, close to a touchdown. He's down to the 1-yard line. Warren, who saw Salam, the youngster, take 121 yards for a score in the 1st half, and he almost did the same thing right there.
Looking at Michael Westbrook, to run the ball outside, you have to have receivers that want to go downfield and not just kick the ball. Did he lay one on the safety that time?
Did he ever? Down close, 1st and goal at the 1. The give straight ahead, flags down. This would be a touchdown if the penalty doesn't take it away.
Down using the 24-second clock, shooting and putting it in the end zone, and coming right at you.
Salam's got his 2nd of the night.
Oh, is that pretty? 3 guys hitting him at the same time, and he falls forward. The sign of a great running back.
5:54 left in the 3rd quarter. It is 31-27. Colorado back in front. Man, and these drives aren't getting any shorter. All these drives seem like they've been between 70 and 80 yards.
Well, it's It's a good thing that Cordell Stewart has, I think, turned his game around with the option play. And when they...
He's mixed it up now after throwing to his tight end Fourier for the first time tonight. Remember, Cordell started off on an 0 for. He was what, at one point 0 for 6 tonight, and finally got a completion, and now has warmed things up. Trailing Colorado 31-27. Stanford led much of the game, but Colorado now has led twice this quarter. Stenstrom leveled by Clavel. We just called his name a moment ago. Gary said he could maybe move outside and be a defensive end.
Leveled him. A little bit of a stunt. Stenstrom is setting up to throw the football. And yes, his arm did come forward. That's a very good call.
Shannon Clavel spent a short stint in the Marines right out of high school. Boy, that baby. 3rd down and 6. Deep drop this time. Across the middle. I don't think Armour got the first down. Stanford allowed Washington 500 yards in the opener. 593 they gave up to San Jose State last week, and now Colorado Buffaloes are getting them in big chunks. Salam again, and Ian Warren may both end up with a 100-yard night as Rashad. 2nd down, a yard. Salam has the first down out to the 28-yard line. You talk about Bill McCartney, and here's a guy who has not been afraid to entirely change his offensive philosophy 3 times in the last decade. I mean, you start changing offenses 3 times in 10 years, you're not afraid to do things.
Well, you know, there's a saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
We talked about the 500-yard games given up by Stanford already twice this year. In Colorado, as you can see, closing in on that magic mark.
It would be a good defensive stand for him. I'll tell you what they have them set up for right now. They could play action pass and just have somebody trotting down the middle of the field.
3rd down, a yard. Both Hill and Salam in the backfield. Salam, the second man through, has the first down out to the 41-yard line. Pete Swanson. And Colorado's Buffaloes with 2 minutes left, 3rd quarter. Nice play fake. Stewart, there's the play action. Deep ball. Westbrook couldn't find the handle.
See, I would have gone to Johnson, though. Right now. Because he's just running up, and Westbrook knows he has a touchdown and just drops it.
Michael's not going to drop those very often, that's for sure.
Boy, that changes and maybe puts the game out of reach for Stanford.
And a big play upcoming for the young Stanford defense here. Stewart running for his life. Got a man open. Drops. They're going to have a flag. Wait a minute. Fourier trying to make the catch, and they're going to call interference.
They're waiting. When Cordell Stewart breaks the pocket, he is very dangerous. You see at the top of your screen, he's wide open. Garnett gets hit just a little bit. He sticks his hand in there, and then you can see he was upset, but really that would have been a good catch.
Of course, a pass interference not at the spot, but which would have been around the 25, but a 15-yard penalty walked off to the 40. Blitz coming. And Salam right by the blitz and picked up close to 6 yards. David Walker made the tackle.
Beautiful job of making the play go.
2nd down long for Stewart on the keeper. Nice spin move to pick up the first down to the 26-yard line. One of the most amazing stories in Major League history. What a comeback in the last 6 weeks or so, from 10 back to 3 up right now. Mets and the Braves. That's tomorrow night at 8 right here on ESPN. And I am, of course, a Braves fan.
Well, I was wondering why you were reading that smiling so much.
There's not a person in Atlanta right now who's not a Braves fan, as the 3rd quarter is going to come to a close at Stanford Stadium. Holding up 4 fingers, still a 4th quarter yet to come. Walk it to the other end. We played 3 in Palo Alto. And we got an offensive match going for you with the Buffaloes leading by 4.
State Farm presents the rules of the game.
We're talking about intentional grounding. In this play, the quarterback purposely grounds the pass to avoid loss of yardage. What is the penalty?
Today, a woman needs a life insurance plan of her own.
State Farm sells life insurance from an agent who's there for you today and there tomorrow, too.
You see, we start you out right with a plan specifically designed for a woman's needs. One that protects the people who count on you for so very much. And the State Farm agent will be there tomorrow, too, as your life changes, to keep that plan working for the people you love.
State Farm sells life insurance.
We're talking about intentional grounding. In this play, the quarterback grounds the pass to avoid loss of yardage. This is a 5-yard penalty from the spot of the pass and loss of down.
Rules of the Game has been brought to you by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
It's a round world, genuine and true. It keeps on spinning and you always come through. And you're giving it your best. Proud to be your bud. Budweiser. Proud to be your bud. Proud to be your bud. Ooh, yeah. Proud to be your Proud to be your bud.
You know, it just sort of happened. One day I spotted some gray, and then I saw a wrinkle or two, and I started thinking, I don't know, maybe I was losing it. Maybe the best years were behind me. Then one day it dawned on me. I was beginning to look like my dad. I can live with that.
Can't. Clothes for the man comfortable in his own skin.
You'd be so nice to come home to. You'd be so nice by the fire. You'd be so nice. You'd be paradise to come home to.
Introducing Business Saver. Free faxes, movie, fitness center, and free local calls. And most Hiltons proudly offer AT&T long-distance service. Business Saver.
Imagine what it's like to be a cop.
You get out of here!
What it does to your marriage.
It would be easier on both of us if we made a clean break.
What it does to your partner.
Just get away from me, Kelly.
What it does to your heart.
So what do we do now?
It depends on you.
What it does to your head.
This is for Giadella shooting a cop.
You're gonna give this up, huh? He whacked my partner, and I want him.
See what it's all about. NYPD Blue. Coming this fall to ABC. Viewer discretion advised.
Salam got in the open field and got all the way to the 11-yard line. This is 3 games in a row that Colorado's had more than 200 yards, both rushing and passing in the same game. 3 straight weekends they've done that. They hadn't done it that many times in Bill McCartney's previous 11 years. Westbrook, the lone wideout. Salam stopped for no gain. It's 4th down. What kind of play do you think here?
Let's just grab someone from the stands and ask them what kind of play they're going to run here.
Something like maybe an option?
It'll be a dive option, one way or the other.
4th down, almost 3. Here it comes. There it goes. Touchdown.
Kind of takes the fun out of it, you know. It's like when I used to watch you do those old U.S. World games. They used to hear the coach call the play in those point game.
You know, Stanford's not done on offense. Right now, they're going to need some offense, so they trail by 10. Notre Dame was ranked 4th in the country last year when they traveled into South Bend, and they put a pretty good licking on the Irish. Colorado came into this one 8th and 20th ranked Stanford now a little bit behind the 8 ball, trailing by 10 points. Stenstrom in trouble. The middle, and Klein's got another one. 15 more yards. Tony Klein has 100 yards receiving. He's got 8 catches on the night. Down, Stanford. Stenstrom faked it across the middle. He goes to Klein. He faked the swing pass and goes right back to Klein.
Tony Klein again from Steve Stenstrom.
And Tony, Nate. There's Merlin.
A gain of 1.
I think he knows that this offense has to score some points. That's what he'd be saying right now. It's like Merlin's brother right over his right-hand shoulder there, too.
3rd down. Stenstrom in trouble, and he got it complete. And it's Klein again. Like father, like son. Tony Klein's having a career night. 10 catches. We talked about his dad being a former pro football player. We talked about the Olsons. Here's the Kleins, the Kreiders, the Garnetts, the Gibbs, the Harper. We got a couple of pages of this stuff. Masters and Olson and Shaw and Charlie Young, who was a heck of a tight end, and his son's a backup defensive back. So there's a lot of NFL lineage, if you will, in the teams here tonight. By any means, 10 minutes left. Stanford down 10. And across the middle, Justin Armour to the 30. First down, a pickup of 14. And boy, this is an impressive looking drive, and talk about mixing it up on offense.
Enriquez right here, number 55. He pushes, they fight, but the great timing on the slant, and watch how well this ball is thrown. That's pretty good coverage. But Armour used his size that time to really shield the smaller corner.
Yards receiving. So Klein with over 100, Armour with 99 and 2. And he got it. And down he goes. Ted Johnson.
Look at things, and you know the linebackers are going to come. Look at 6 men come inside. Johnson just unblocked, and well, he was actually accounted for, but did not do a good job. Bucky just did not make the block. Again.
Justin Armour has been Steve Stenstrom's favorite target when he more. Stenstrom steps up in the pocket. Deep middle. Intended, it appeared, for either Armour or Harris. Keep it on the ground. Warren broke the first tackle and almost got 6. Garnett and Gibbs finally put him down. Warren gets a first down and then some. Out of bounds. That will put him over 100 yards on the night. And Warren rips off about 8 more to the 45-yard line. Bats. 3rd and 2. Warren, this time they do stop it. And man, is it going to be close, because the spot he gets is a fairly good one, I think, if you're a Colorado fan. Bottom of your screen, the freshman. Stenstrom over the middle. Going to be close to a first down. Ethan Allen made the catch, got cartwheeled by Ted Johnson, and let's see where they spot it. That is a first down. No, it's not. Ooh, that close. And they've got a 4 wide receiver look with Allen as the single setback. 4th and inches. And it's Stenstrom, quarterback, sneaking for the first down. Try to spread things out a little bit, and then just take your quarterback, who's pretty good size, 205-pounder, and just lean in there. So that's left in the ball game. Colorado 37, Stanford 27, but a fresh set of downs for the Cardinals. And here's Justin Armour and a crooked lateral to Shaw. And he got it inside the 40. They're using the whole playbook, and it's a thick one.
I think
the freshmen came in and they said, we thought this thing was a Bible. We were used to a little playbook in high school. We saw Coach Walsh's playbook. So I asked Bill yesterday, I said, Coach, just show me your playbook. It is the exact same size as the San Francisco 49ers. The shade of red's just a little different. Stenstrom flushed, goes deep. Armour's there. He's got it. Touchdown.
That was a 38-yard touchdown pass to Justin Armour from Steve Stenstrom.
You're going to see Armour come in, and when he reads the quarterback break the route, this is something they practice. He break out of the pocket. He breaks his route, goes deep, and one person makes a mistake, and Dwayne Davis goes the wrong way, and it's a touchdown.
What they do when we come back. 3 minutes and 33 seconds. We'll keep it right here. Justin Armour, he's not just a wide receiver. They switched him to tight end in the spring, then moved him back to split end in the fall. And this time he's able to fall in the end zone with his 3rd touchdown of the night.
I'll tell you, 3 different coaches told us when Stenstrom comes out of the pocket, he makes a lot of bad throws. But tonight, he has made nothing but strikes from outside the pocket.
Justin Armour. A touchdown last week, 3 tonight. He was his valedictorian in high school. He was first team All-State 2 years in basketball. He was a president of the senior class, student body, student council, editor of the high school newspaper, the lead actor in all the plays, the lead vocalist, everything in choir. And then he taught French to first graders just for yucks.
Yeah.
With 3:26 to go. Stewart. What a catch by Johnson at the 21-yard line.
Wow. Bryant, number 4, had his number written all over this thing. He was going to intercept this and go in the end zone and be the hero. Watch him run by this thing. What a play. And yes, it does come out.
Good call. Great camera work. That's a nice shot.
Wow.
Option. Stewart. Stanford swarms him at the 19, where it'll be 3rd down and 5. And I'll get it to you. Colorado looking for some of that magic here. 3rd and 5. And Westbrook can't hold on. 4th down. 5-yard line. Barring a booming punt, the Cardinals should have great field position and about 2.5 minutes to work. And it's not a booming punt. It's off the side of his foot, and it's out of bounds. Stanford's going to have it in Colorado territory. As we went to break, how about Bill McCartney in the heat of battle taking his punter aside who just shanked a kick and saying, hey, you know,
he knew, and he's talking to Cordell right now. I mean, that situation. Great football coach.
Stanford with a chance to win. Big opener. All the way to the 27-yard line goes Ethan Allen.
A Monty Clark special. Watch him cross these people. They pull linemen in the wrong direction and run a sucker play on the linebackers as into the secondary.
First and 10, Stanford trailing by 3. This is Ellery Roberts with a flag down at the end of the play.
He get called for holding.
This one goes against the Cardinal. 17. Back at the 36-yard line. Stenstrom throws short. Roberts on the run. And Roberts bulls his way to the 20. Stenstrom off play action. Armour again. 1st and goal, Stanford at the 7. Pitch. Roberts to the 4. And now you got to see a timeout. The 5 with 16 seconds remaining.
Throw it to the back of the end zone.
Stenstrom had it batted down by Ted Johnson. Ted's going, why didn't I hold on to that ball?
Yeah, you could almost call the play. That was going to be a quick pass so that they could come in on 3rd down and maybe now have the position to draw or pass.
Stenstrom, end zone, touchdown! No, it's broken up. Klein had it. Davis popped in, but they're going to give him the touchdown.
I'll tell you, that's a very questionable football call, right? Player Paul Nickel, the other tight end, brought in the defensive back, and I believe it was Dwayne Davis, number 21. He wasn't even covering the guy on that play.
There was a conference among the officials.
I don't know if his feet came down to the ground that time. Dwayne Davis let him have it just as he caught the ball. He was not covering that man. It was a poorly run route by Nickel. Let's see how long he has the ball and if he comes down with it. Klein clearly catches the ball, and his foot comes down. That's a touchdown.
Oh, man. Is the 11th catch for Tony Klein. 119 yards. Stenstrom, his 5th touchdown pass of the night.
And Brad, the best thing for Stanford and Bill Walsh is there's 8 seconds left on the clock. The call that Bill McCartney's going to want to have back is the 3rd down call when they ran the isolation play instead of running the option, when they could have put the game away early with about 5 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. The pass decline. His right foot comes down, then he's hit in the chin, and the ball comes out. That is one that he gave away.
And now how much confidence must this give this young Stanford team as the squib kick is taken. Westbrook. Michael would have to break it for a touchdown to win the game. Well, there's going to be a play left. It may need that for Colorado to pull off the one-play miracle. Stewart buys himself some time, and now he'll load it. He'll probably hope for a penalty. He threw it a mile, and it's broken up. And the Stanford Cardinal pulls another upset. What an absolutely tremendous offensive football game by both sides. They both deserve a hug.
Absolutely. Cordell Stewart started slow, came on strong, and it was a great football game, as good as I've seen.
41-37, Stanford wins it. There's two class guys, and here's a classic ending for Stanford. For Rick Walker and Gary Danielson and our entire ESPN crew, I'm Brad Nessler from Palo Alto. They don't come much better than this, folks.